Hope your Monday is off to a great start. Thanks for tuning in to an all-new episode of The Rise. I'm Haley Outen. We saw some great performances this past week as conference play heated up. Let's take a look at some of the results before we get to this week's league honors. USF hit the road and took an East Division win back to Tampa after a 61-point output against ECU. In a close game, Houston was victorious on the road 20-13 against Temple. In a key West Division clash, Navy moved to 3-0 in conference play with a 31-21 win over Tulsa. SMU pulled away in the fourth quarter for a 49-28 win over UConn. And in a highly anticipated cross-divisional matchup, UCF moved to 1-0 in conference play after a 40-13 win over Memphis. Now let's take a look at who took home this week's American accolades. Offensively, it was too tough to choose a very good problem to have, so two players shared this week's recognition: UCF running back Adrian Killins and Navy quarterback Abey. Killins had 179 all-purpose yards and scored 2 highlight reel touchdowns to lead the Knights to a 40-13 win against Memphis. The sophomore set a conference record with a 96-yard touchdown run in the second quarter to give the Knights a 16-7 lead. Killins would also score on a 19-yard reception in the third quarter to give UCF a 30-7 cushion. For the Midshipmen, it was Abey who rushed for 185 yards and 3 touchdowns and completed 3 of 4 passes for 90 yards to lead Navy to a 31-21 win at Tulsa, keeping the Midshipmen atop the Americans' West Division standings. The junior was not stopped for a loss on 36 rushing attempts as he helped the Midshipmen overcome an early 14-0 deficit. Abey remains atop the Americans' rushing chart at 164 yards per game. On the defensive side of the ball, it was SMU's Justin Lawler who gained recognition from the conference office this week. The senior defensive end tied the league's single-game record with 4 sacks to go with 7 tackles, a forced fumble, a quarterback hurry, and a blocked kick in the Mustangs' win against UConn. Lawler led a defense that held the Huskies to -8 rushing yards and 3 third-down conversions on 13 attempts. Special Teams Player of the Week honors went to UCF's Matthew Wright. Wright made field goals of 28 and 35 yards and was perfect on 4 PATs to account for 10 of the Knights' points in the win over the Tigers. There were some other notable performances as well. Here is a look at this week's honor roll. UCF cornerback Mike Hughes had 8 tackles, 2 pass breakups, and a 35-yard interception return on Saturday night. Houston safety Garrett Davis had 5 tackles and 2 interceptions against Temple. USF linebacker Augie Sanchez had a game-high 10 tackles and a 43-yard pick-6 in the win over the Pirates. Teammate Marquez Valdez-Scantling had 6 receptions for 94 yards and a touchdown to go along with a 75-yard highlight reel play against ECU. And SMU's Trey Quinn had 15 receptions for 116 yards and 2 TDs in the win over the Huskies. Congratulations to all of the honorees. Make sure to check back with us tomorrow for an all-new episode of The Rise. We're going to check in and see how some of your favorite alumni from across the conference are doing in the NFL. Have a great day, everybody.